Welcome back, everyone, to another episode. We are here for another episode of everyone's favorite place to be on a Wednesday morning. Where else would you rather be on the internet on a Wednesday morning, Brandon? But right here at Practice, the show. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for holding in there for us as we come to you again for another episode of Pitch Practice.
The show.
All right.
Yeah, we are like way behind major tech issues, but you know, that tends to happen from time to time here. And I need to make sure I am public on
Set up. Are you? Oh, hey, everybody. Hashtag where you're watching from down in the comments. Thanks for being patient with us to watch this episode because we've got an exciting presentation for you. Little technical difficulties, but we're here. Did you get your screen ready to share with us today?
yeah, it's it should be ready here. Hopefully it doesn't go go wonky, go funky like it did last time. And we're good to go. So give me 2 seconds here.
Awesome. Thanks.
But
I
was going to say, like, just to give a little bit of clarity, we're going to be talking about leads, lead generations, and the mistakes that most small businesses make. Not all of them, but a good majority of them.
Yes. And I am Mark, the guy behind the Mental Marketer and the private Facebook group Funnel Building 101, helping you grow and monetize your brand using sales funnels. We got the Clickfunnels in the background too.
We got the beach towels, man. I can't wait to take it to the beach.
Yes. And you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, if you guys don't know already, we've been doing this for the past, 2 or 3 years. I am Brandon, owner and chief business strategist at BKXX Enterprises. My number one goal for you is to help you conquer the local market by hooking that digital plumbing up so you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money on ads to get traffic.
Yes. And I know we've got a ton of new people that are just coming on. I'm going to tell you, I think this year we've just been skyrocketing with our views, and I'm getting comments from a lot of people. And I want to highlight a few comments that come in from a couple of our channels. We always like to shout you out there because your engagement on this, we definitely appreciate it. And all of you reaching out to us from time to time. I just want to throw a shout out. I'm gonna just give a shout out there to a comment that we got coming in from Del War. He was pretty excited for tonight's episode. Can't wait to hear about those 3 biggest mistakes and how to avoid them. So I hope you're watching out there, Del War, because we are going to dig in deep into this. He even made a comment about our intro video last week.
Yeah, the intro video is definitely fire, and starting to like it every time I see it.
Yeah, it's catchy. I'm going to tell you who we got. Hey, long time. Let's see here. Who else do we have in our comments?
We got Miss May. Sorry if I butchered your name there. But appreciate you watching on the LinkedIn there.
Yes, great to see you. And she's got another comment here to say, go chat GPT.
I will say this presentation was not made by ChatGPT, so don't.
Oh yeah.
No, it wasn't. So. For those that are watching on my side of the stream, appreciate you watching. I don't have the cool technology on the back end to show all your comments, but I do appreciate every single one of them that you are leaving. I do read them. I'm terrible at replies, but leave more and I'll see them more and I will reply more. Promise. That is my promise to you in 2025.
Yes, yes, just send those comments to me and I'll preload them in so that we can give you just appreciate or show you our appreciation. I tell you, yeah, I've been yeah, a lot of people have been commenting about our new intro video, and that's thanks to my nephew, Bobby Jr.,
All
one of my
right.
nephews. And oh yeah, before we get started on this one here, I did want to say a heartfelt prayers to all those people out there that might be in the path of those horrendous fires out there in California. I just want you guys to check in and let everybody know that you're okay. And just hope everything is going okay with you out there. What else did I want to and talk about? We were talking a little bit about this before we went on live today. We're going to get into those three big business mistakes. I know you're anxious to see what they are, but um, we got some exciting episodes coming up here in the future. So don't miss a beat. Make sure to either subscribe to my YouTube channel using the link in the comments, or you can find Brandon's links down in his description to get notified when we go live, because we are just about 30 days away from.
Funnel hacking live. That's gonna be huge, huge. Oh, I miss that guy, Mr. Facillo. May he rest in peace. But it's gonna be huge.
Huge, huge. And this is going to be the last Funnel Hacking Live in Las Vegas. We're going to be amongst, and have his who else out there? Give me a shout out in the comments. Has seen the speaker interviews that have been going live online, just previewing the speakers and their speaker bonuses that they're coming out with. It's just yeah, it's just been phenomenal.
I saw a couple of them come across. I got so many things going on right now when it comes to live streams. I'm doing Pedro Adeo's 31-day wisdom challenge, going through the book of Proverbs. So, I mean, I wish I could say I had all the time and all the hours in the day to watch them, but I do tend to kind of go back when I have a minute or two to check them out and see what the bonuses are. The bonuses are always fire when they provide them. So.
Yeah, and just one thing we wanted to note was that it's we've seen ClickFunnels has gone basically traditional advertising. But talk a little bit more about that. Well, not the traditional advertising, but the brand new uh, ads that have been showing up on streaming platforms.
Yeah, I mean it's not new. I mean with the advent of streaming, and now you're paying premiums to not see ads on streaming.
Mhm.
We come full circle when it comes to being wired into a cable provider, right? We cut the cord to get rid of the ads, but now the ads are coming in. So there's that. But regardless, these OTP ads are a game changer, and it's the next. I wouldn't call it the next big thing, but it's the next thing to be doing and the next medium to be advertising on. When it comes to your business, no matter the size. And the fact that it's still fairly new, I think in the past maybe 2 to 3 years, which is still pretty new, your CPIs are very low, or
Mm.
CPMs.
CPAs, cost,
Yeah,
cost, cost per impression.
yeah. CPIs, cost per impression, or cost per million, or 1,000 impressions, or whatever you want to call it. There, it's very low,
Mhm.
and everybody's on Hulu now. They're streaming on Disney. They're streaming on Paramount and all the major network deals. I mean, it's basically copying YouTube's monetization deal. I mean, and there's platforms all over the board that you can advertise in directly, or there are conglomerate applications where you can put your ad in one place and it shoots it out to all the platforms at once there. So definitely something to look into. Another big one is Amazon. I have not seen any FHL ads or ClickFunnels ads in any of the Amazon network stuff, but it's not like you're advertising a product that you're selling on Amazon. It's their actual display network. It's weird, but it's it's a very good platform to be advertising into.
Yeah, yeah. It was cool because I was having a conversation with my sister, and she says, "Oh, I saw that funnel hacking live on one of the I was watching a movie on Tubi and I saw funnel hacking live. This is really big, isn't it?"
Mhm. Yeah, I saw it on ESPN Plus. Where else did I see it? I saw it on Paramount. Um, that's really the only one that I might have saw it on Prime.
Yeah,
Might have saw it on Prime. But yeah, that's it's definitely the new the new thing where the cool kids are advertising on these OTP
yeah.
ad networks.
Yeah. So if you're considering getting on or going to Funnel Hacking Live, it's getting popular. When it starts getting national attention, you better get your tickets now. And if you don't have a ticket, and if you want to reach out to either Brandon or myself, you can definitely get a ticket. Gotta throw a
Yeah,
shout out there to Elisa.
yeah.
There's
Happy New
Elisa.
Year! Looking forward to reconnecting at FHL with you. Yeah, and getting a ticket for me gets you a pretty cool deal. You get a strategy session with me to go over your business, basically what we're gonna be going over here tonight, but in person, and two, dinner on me one night. So
How many nights am I going to get dinner on you, Brandon?
just one, just one.
There is Elisa, and if I'm not mistaken, she has a program for speech and autistic. Um, hey, great to see you. Now, FHL 2025, let's
Let's
go.
go. Let's
Def-
go.
Definitely, May. We will connect again. Hey, you can always reach out to me. Find me inside the Facebook group or on LinkedIn. Just reach out to me, okay? All right. Now, you ready?
I'm ready, man. Let's get into it.
Drum roll, please. All right, hold on. There we go. Okay, hold on. Let me take that down. Oh, no, cancel. All right, there we go. All right,
All
there
right.
we go.
There we go. So
Do you like?
tonight,
Let me. Well, before we start, do you like this view
yeah,
here?
this view's perfect. That way, everybody can see the slides and read them well. So it's fine.
Awesome.
Um, yeah. So tonight, it's gonna be really quick. We're gonna try to keep this 30 minutes or less. I'm gonna go pretty quickly, but you'll be able to get this entire presentation at the very end. Got a link for an opt-in for you to get that, download all the notes, and get actually my first video of myself recording this, which is a little wonky, but hey, it's the first one. I'm gonna end up redoing it here soon and polishing it. But regardless, this is what we're going over: the 3 biggest lead generation mistakes small businesses make and how to overcome them all. So a little bit of housekeeping that we're going to be getting into here. We got to put all the distractions away. Let's keep the phones away, silence your notifications, all that kind of good stuff. And we got to be paying very close attention because I'm going to go quick and you might miss something and I'm not going back. Mark, if you got a question though, I will answer it just for you. Okay. So we're going to trust Mark that he's paying attention and doesn't have any questions. Do not take notes. You have the opportunity to get the presentation along with the speaker notes at the end. Ask questions. You can put them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them live as we're going along. But again, you can always reach me after the fact with any questions you may have, and we will get rocking and rolling. All right.
Awesome.
All right. So who am I? I, again, the owner of BKXX Enterprises, a husband and father of 2. I'm obsessed 100% with sales, marketing, and the psychology behind it, along with building funnels online with my good buddy here, Mark. Got a biochemistry degree from Kent State University. And it was a single late night infomercial that put me on this 12-year journey to this very point in time. In fact, it's actually longer than 12. I'm on like 13 or 14 now, so I definitely need to update that slide. So you've been looking for simple, proven, tested, step-by-step methods to generating more leads for your business. Then you need to literally pay attention to this entire presentation. And I want you to stop and think for a moment, about all the advertising that you've seen over the past week. How many of those actual ads can you name off? Researchers estimate that over the past 7 days, you've probably been exposed to as many as 117,000 ads based on national averages.
Wow.
So out of those ads, how many can you actually name? If you're fairly attentive and you pay attention to everything around you, you may come up with 3 or 4 specific ads. But I will bet that's because you've probably seen those ads over and over, week in and week out. I mean, think about all the billboards that you pass on the road, right? You see them, you don't pay that close attention to them, but then after a while, they kind of get burned into your mind, right? And that's because repetition works. And when you see any advertisement multiple times every day, you're bound to eventually begin to recall the ad. But now answer the question. What few ads do you remember, and how many of those products or services have you actually bought? So, you see these. And look, I'll admit, I personally love the E-Trade Baby commercials on TV and YouTube.
Those are funny.
I thought they were absolutely hilarious. And if I heard one of their ads come on TV and I'm in the other room, I'd stop what I was doing and just go watch it. But I don't have an E-Trade account that I'm actively using. Well, I'll take that back. I mean, I have one, but I'm not actively using it. And I probably won't really ever get into it because, I'm not a trader, right? So why should I? So the benefits that they offer me as a buyer of online trading services that any other stock trading platform could offer me, there's really no point to it. And so does a smart aleck wisecracking baby have any relevance to online stock trading whatsoever? No. So why does E-Trade continue to use babies to market their products? In fact, they brought the baby back a few years ago, if you remember. But
it's so cute.
It is cute, and there is a reason, and at the end of the presentation, you'll know what the reason is, but just know that babies really have nothing to do with trading. Businesses today are led to believe that all they have to do is build a successful business is to create some type of attention-grabbing form of marketing, and they'll generate leads at will. But that is further from the truth. And that's just in the area of marketing. But what about generating cash flow? Every small business needs to generate the cash flow, right? If you don't have that recurring revenue coming in, you don't have a business. So how do you generate that as a small business owner? And then generate it into profits, right? Because generating cash flow is great, but if not if you can't put any of it in the pocket, right? So how would you like the answer to all of those problems, Mark?
Yes.
How would you like it if I could help you cut through all the tape, all the hype, eliminate the BS, and give you the proven step-by-step roadmap to making your phone ring and herding prospects to your website and making your business successful with its marketing?
Hashtag cut the hype.
Cut the hype, man. I'm going to reveal to you the 3 biggest lead generation mistakes small business owners make and how you can overcome them all. So, mistake number 1, they fail to get professional help. Mistake number 2, they don't know the fundamentals required to successfully market their business and attract as many new clients as their business can handle. And mistake number 3, they have no idea how to use their marketing to generate immediate cash flow. So let's explore this in depth. Small business owners fail to get professional help. Can you name me one professional athlete who does not have a coach? There aren't any. Tiger Woods has 9 coaches guiding him from everything from his golf game to his financial investments. But do small business owners really need professional help? Remember the TV ads that we previously discussed? I mean, those ads are created by professionals. Unfortunately, those professionals have no clue what they are doing. Everything they're doing in marketing and advertising today is wrong. So let me prove that to you right now. Because who am I, right? I'm just some guy wearing a crazy hat that has weird letters on it that almost make a word. So if you currently use any form of marketing, such as a print ad, brochure, flyer, postcard, for that matter, your company website, take it out, look at it carefully. And if you don't have any form of marketing right now, take a couple minutes. Can't stop the presentation because we're live, but take out a sheet of paper right now and sketch out what you think would make for an effective ad for your business. It doesn't have to be anything formal, fancy. Just create a basic outline of an ad and where you would locate the various elements on the page. Do it right now. Now that you have your ad or mock-up of your ad sitting right in front of you, let me provide you with the little-known secrets that produce more leads than your business can handle. Because 99% of marketing professionals do not know the lead generation secrets that I'm about to reveal to you. This information is so powerful and compelling, it will position you in the top 1% of all lead generation professionals today. And this example will show you why every small business owner should acquire this step-by-step roadmap as part of their business marketing to generate all the leads they need for their business. And here's what true marketing professionals will know and will help you implement in your marketing. It's known as the conversion equation. The conversion equation will make sure you never have to compete on price. Instead, you will start selling your product or service for what it is really worth. You end up driving more leads, increase your advertising response by 10 to more than 100 times. So we're going to 10x to 100x your business here. And you will convert a higher percentage of those leads and dramatically increase the number of sales. You also get a bigger bang for your marketing. And the bottom line is this: you will literally create a profit faucet that you will have total control over. So what is marketing supposed to do? Its first job is to capture the attention of your target market, right? I mean, that's why you see the people out there, with the flipping signs. I saw all those, tons of those people, out there in Florida or the billboards. Like they're meant to get your attention, right? The second thing is it must give them hope that reading or listening to your marketing will give them enough information to help your prospect make the best decision possible when buying whatever you sell. In other words, train and teach them how to recognize the true value of your product and service, and conclude that you and you alone offer the best value versus your competition. Marketing's third job is to lower the risk of taking the next step in the buying process. And if necessary, continue to educate your prospect regarding the value of your offer. Marketing that accomplishes these three objectives will result in your prospects and customers coming to one single conclusion. They would have to be an absolute fool to do business with anybody else but you, regardless of the price. But it is estimated that as many as 96% of small businesses fail within the first 5 years. And the main reason for this tremendously high failure rate has to do with the lack of expertise when it comes to generating the leads and making the phone ring. Most small businesses don't know anything about those three things that we just discussed that marketing is supposed to do. But there's also an additional problem to consider. Most businesses use a tactical marketing approach instead of a strategic one. Running an ad in a local newspaper, sending out an email or direct mail letter, airing a radio or TV ad on a local media station are all examples of tactical marketing. Now, don't get me wrong. The newspaper, though antiquated, still works. Radio or direct mail can be successful marketing channels if your marketing message is powerful and compelling. But that's the problem. The message is the strategic side of marketing, and yet it's the most neglected. The distinction between strategic and tactical marketing is huge, and one you need to be acutely aware of anytime you start talking about generating more leads. Many companies mistakenly assume that when you talk about lead generation, you're automatically talking about tactical lead generation, placing ads, sending out mailers, building a funnel, joining a networking group, attending trade shows, implementing a prospect follow-up system, sending out a DM. Like, those are all tactics. They fail to realize that the strategic side of the coin, what you say in your marketing and how you say it, is almost way more important than the marketing medium itself. If you fail to make this distinction, then you risk becoming jaded towards certain forms of marketing and advertising that should be part of your tactical plan. But if you eliminate them from consideration because they haven't worked for you in the past, it also shoots you in the foot. And I'll do a quick side story here. There was a billboard that I passed every single day for this roofing and tree trimming company. All they had up there was the billboard, who they were, a telephone number, and maybe I don't know, a Facebook symbol or whatever on the deal. But the number wasn't trackable, and they had zero digital foundation, and the message on it wasn't anything important. Call for a free estimate or something like that. And they ran it all summer. And I called them up towards the end of the summer because I was kind of tired of seeing it, and tried to, talk to him about, why his deal wasn't working, and he hung up on me. So, there you have that. So obviously he wasn't in the right frame of mind at the point in time to discuss why his $3,000 to $5,000 a month wasn't getting him any deals.
He didn't want to make money.
He didn't want to make money. So when lead generation results are less than optimal, small business owners tend to almost always blame the marketing medium, right? They're going to probably blaming the billboards, that billboards never work. Like the newspaper ad ran or the postcard sent out, right? They blame the tactical part of the plan without regard for how good or how bad the strategic messaging and the follow-up behind that was in the marketing piece itself, right? So when people often say things like, we tried online sales funnels and they just don't work for our kind of business. We sent out 50,000 pieces of direct mail and only generated 3 orders. Just doesn't work. Just because it didn't work that time, don't assume that it won't work, right? What do we always say and preach on here that we were taught by our guy? If it doesn't work, it's either the what?
Hook,
Story,
offer.
Offer, exactly. It's either one of those 3 things, right? It's the hook, story, or the offer. But most business owners don't have the evaluation skills or the know-how to judge whether poor marketing results are from poor strategies or poor execution. So this is where this step-by-step roadmap can generate more leads than your business can handle. So for example, most small business owners rely heavily on platitudes in their marketing. They say things like, we have the lowest prices. We're family or veteran owned or operated. We got the best value. We got the best service. We offer convenient hours. Look at your own marketing and then look at the marketing around you, right? How many platitudes do you see and do you use in your own marketing? How many have you seen, Mark?
How many do I see?
Yeah, how many do you see on a daily basis that say one of these 3 things?
I cannot name, I cannot count. I think there's, you've got your low price leaders, you've got your best service. I just say 20, probably in the hundreds.
Yeah, most likely. And you see it time and time again, right? Even on TV commercials. Most, if not all, small business owners have been conditioned to think that this is the proper way to market their business, since most advertising follows the same pathetic marketing formula, including the big Fortune 500 types. As human beings, we're all after just one thing when we buy something: the best deal. Unfortunately, when you use platitudes and jargon throughout your marketing, there is absolutely no way to tell who is actually offering the best deal. Everyone says they have the lowest prices, highest quality, the best rates. So who do you believe? There's only one way to know, and that's the research every single business that offers you what you want to buy, right? And how many of us have time or the patience to do that? So most of us are just automatically assuming that everyone is pretty much the same, and therefore will default to calling on the business that offers us the lowest price, right? And as Dan Kennedy says, if you can't be the absolute lowest price, why are you even in business, right? You better be the highest price, right?
Yes. It's trying to be the lowest. It's a race to the bottom.
Absolutely. So the conversion equation will change all of that for you forever. It's going to be the backbone of your strategic marketing plan from here on out. It's the foundation on which everything else I would be able to build for you is based. So let me give you a quick overview and then spend some time going through it with you in detail. Is that cool? Cool.
Give us a cool down in the comments. Hashtag cool. And let's see here. Let's hear it. Yes, sir. May says yes, sir.
All right. So the conversion equation has four main components. The first is we must interrupt your prospect. We must get your qualified prospect to pay attention to your lead generation marketing. Simple to say, but a lot more difficult to pull off in real life because, unless you understand what you're about to learn here, the interrupt is white noise to some people. We see ads every day, right? So the interrupt can be done through your headline if your marketing is in print, or it's the first thing you say if your marketing is done through radio and TV, right? So how many times have you seen a commercial and it's like a loud boom or a flash or something just to get your attention, right? And if you look back, if you do come across the FHL commercial on the OTP streaming there, I think it starts off with a pretty big flash and pan up or something like that really catches your attention. The second component is engage. Once your prospect is interrupted, it is critical to give your reader the promise that information is forthcoming that will help them make the best decision possible. In other words, it must help facilitate their decision to pick you over everyone else. And this is the job of the subheadline. The interrupt is the headline that highlights the specific problem that your prospects are looking for a solution to. And engage is the subheadline that promises them the offer to your solution to the problem mentioned in the headline. The third component is educate. Once you've interrupted and engaged your prospect, you have to give them the information that allows them to logically understand how and why you solve the problem they're facing. This is accomplished by giving detailed, quantifiable, specific, and revealing information. This is typically done in the body of your ad. So when we educate, we need to reveal to your prospects the important and relevant information they need to know when making a good decision, and that your business and your business alone provides it to them. The interrupt and engage hits the prospect's emotional hot buttons. Educate is the logic they need to justify picking up the phone and calling you or filling out that online form. Okay. And the fourth and final component of the conversion equation is your offer. Now that you've interrupted the prospect based on the problems that are important to them, engaged by a promise of solution, and they've examined the educational information that makes your solution real and believable, the last step we need to take is to give them a low risk way to take the next step in your sales process. You do this by offering a free marketing tool such as a report, a brochure, a seminar, audio, video, or something that will continue to educate them. So your offer will allow your prospect to feel in control of their final decision to call and buy from you. So how many times, Mark, have you just seen an ad that says call now for a free estimate? I mean, does that really make you want to call now?
I've seen a lot, and that's almost like a standard call to action.
Right.
It's like a standard call to action, or call now to book your appointment. It just it rings infomercial. When you're watching late night, call or text ... to XXXX.
I don't know if you're going, what kind of XXX sites you're going to, but what late night infomercials you're watching. But okay.
Oh, not like those. Yeah, not like that's funny. I haven't seen those late night.
Those 900 number calls. I think they've been blocked by the FTC. But yeah,
they used to be so. Used to come on back to back.
In the 90s, man. Oh, they were bad. Anyway. So again, to reiterate, the conversion equation is interrupt, engage, educate, and offer. And together they equal Marketing domination. Say that with me together. Marketing domination. That's what we got. So you interrupt, engage, educate, and offer. Now, here's the problem. Most marketing today only contains two of those components. They interrupt by showing something that's either familiar to you, like Taylor Swift. Who are the Swifties? Don't be shy. Or something unusual like a monkey or talking pets, right? Sometimes they like to use both, as in the case of the E-Trade baby, right? Once they grab your attention, they make you some type of offer, such as call now or whatever. They have left out the engage and educate, and marketing seldom succeeds when that happens. In fact, the only time this type of marketing does succeed is when you can afford to run the ad over and over and over and over nonstop for an extended period of time. So you might remember some of these commercials, if you're our age, Gen X and or older millennials, etc. Plop plop fizz fizz. We got
what a relief it is.
Yeah, what the relief it is. Alka-Seltzer melts in your mouth, not in your hand. This would be the M&Ms, right? And then things go better with Coke. And there you go. Again, T Swift, the perfect duet, right?
And that M&M commercial is breaking one of Dan Kennedy's rules for direct response marketing.
And how's that?
There will always be an offer.
That is true. None of these have an offer. None of these ads have an offer, right? I mean, the plop plop fizz fizz, there is a little bit of education in there, but there's no offer, right? So after hearing these slogans thousands of times, and of course we're going to remember them, but how can a small business owner like you that doesn't have $1 billion marketing budget successfully market your business? The answer, you can't. Unless you follow the entire conversion equation. Here's a simple example to prove this to you. We're going to talk about a couple case studies. They are old case studies. Drug them up from the internet. They're not mine, but they are great case studies nonetheless to study from. Many, many moons ago, there was a moving company that was on the verge of bankruptcy. They were paying about $3,000 per month for a full page ad in the Yellow Page directory. That's how old this is. They were advertising in the Yellow Pages, right? But they were only getting about 70 calls per month, and their conversion ratio was only about 16%. And so out of 70 calls every month, they were only getting 11 moving jobs. So it doesn't surprise you that they were starving. And the reason their ad wasn't working was their failure to follow the conversion equation. In fact, the only conversion equation component they had on their ad was an offer, and that was call us. And they listed their phone number. They had no interrupt at the top of their ad whatsoever. And they just had the name of the company, as you can see here, Budget Moving. And then they listed all the generic and Me Too services that every one of their competitors also listed in their ads, which was, local long distance and commercial and reliable and careful, licensed and insured and all that kind of good stuff, right? And if you look at your own marketing, like I asked you to do earlier, does your marketing look, exactly the same as the one of the movie company was using? Did you put your name of the business at the top, list your products and services, along with a middle layer of worthless and meaningless platitudes such as lowest prices, highest qualities, and best rates? You probably did. And that's okay. That's all you know. It's not your fault. Okay? It's not your fault. If you want your phone to start ringing, then you must follow the conversion equation of interrupt, engage, educate, and offer. This moving company did a complete, 180. Followed the equation and redesigned this lead generation ad, and here is what happened. First, they identified the biggest problem that their customers had when moving. And without hesitation, it was damage. 72% of all moves resulted in something being damaged. And I can confirm that, at least in my own deal. I ordered pods when I moved here to Ohio. And when I unpacked that pod, 100% my fault, because I packed it, there were things broken in it, or dented, or scratched. Okay? My fault. But then again, I didn't hire a moving company to bag it. So again, That's the area they needed to focus on and create what we call a market dominating position around that hot button issue. But why is damage such an important issue? Well, since all moving companies listed in the yellow pages, they say they're fully insured. But it turns out that all movers must be fully insured, but that the general public has no idea what fully insured means. You know, when you hear someone say they're fully insured, don't automatically assume that means if they break your $5,000 TV, they'll reimburse you $5,000. Granted, you know, HD TVs today cost $250, but you know, you buy one of those bigger ones, you know, they can be pretty expensive. So it turns out that in the moving business, that isn't what fully insured means at all. Legally, a moving company can claim they fully insure their customers' belongings on a per pound of damage. The national average is 40 cents per pound. So in other words, if a mover destroys your $5,000 100-pound TV, they're only legally obligated to pay you $40. So unfortunately, the poor, unsuspecting customer doesn't find that out until after the damage has taken place, and they receive their minuscule reimbursement. But for this specific moving company, the policy was never an issue because they didn't believe in this deceptive industry practice. They actually provided their customers with what was known as full replacement value insurance. If they break your $5,000 TV, you will be reimbursed $5,000. No questions asked. But how could they afford this much more expensive insurance? Well, it was due to their 3-step packing process that was extraordinary at the time, right? And that only their company offered. And thanks to that process, their actual breakage and damage totals were below 3%. And what little damage did occur usually involved a broken dish or a plate, relatively minor items that had little or no replacement cost, and certainly no sentimental value that could create an emotional situation with the customers. Their unique packing process allowed them to carry a $5,000 insurance deductible, and their premiums for this superior insurance were actually lower than their competitors paid for the inferior and deceptive insurance. The 3-step packing process, coupled with their full superior replacement value of insurance coverage, became their market dominating position. And all that's left is to position that information in their ad and follow the conversion equation. They first created the headline at the top of their yellow page ad that interrupted. This was a must to address that main hot button issue for the problem that the prospects were looking to solve. And in this case, it was moving damage. So the headline turned into this. Last year, more than 4,000 damage and negligent lawsuits were filed against movie companies by outraged homeowners. Do you think that headline grabbed the attention of prospective movers?
Yes, that is the pain, and the headline addresses the pain.
Absolutely, you bet. But they didn't stop there. They engaged the prospect by promising them a solution to the problem we referenced in the headline, in this case, damage prevention. So what do you think of this subheadline? Ask any mover these 2 questions to ensure you won't be victimized or ripped off by deceptive industry practices. Now, when the prospect read that subheadline, do you think they wanted to immediately find out what those 2 questions were?
Oh, yes.
Of course. Next, they educated them by providing them with 2 questions that the prospect can ask any mover they choose to contact. And these were the 2 questions. Do you follow a minimum 3-step packing process for every item you place in your truck? And do you carry full replacement value insurance? They already knew that their competition didn't do any of those things, since they've already surveyed them all themselves. And this ad educated the prospects on the realities of what actually takes place in the moving industry and highlights this moving company's market dominating position that makes them obvious to do business with.
That is a great example of changing the marketing message to the pain point of your target audience. Excellent example, Brandon.
100%. And if you take a look at the ad now, it reads more like a direct response marketing sales letter. Like it's following Dan Kennedy's 10, commandments of marketing, right? Their final offer was a free moving company comparison checklist that highlighted the survey that they did, showing the prospect that they were the only moving company in town that offered these desired benefits. So they didn't immediately ask for the sale, right? They were helping the customer do the market research to pick the best moving company. That's what they were doing.
That could be compared to, like, say, an insurance company allowing to do some comparison shopping, and in the end, hoping that their rates are the best as far as the comparison. I know we've got some insurance adjusters out there watching. Give me a shout out, insurance adjusters.
100%. And, you see this a lot of times on websites and things like that too, the comparison shopping tools and things like that. I know Progressive has one. So, getting back to it, this made the budget movers the no-brainer choice in the moving industry, and the results they generated from this new Yellow Page ads sealed the deal. Instead of averaging to 70 calls a month, their new ad averaged 955 calls a month. Instead of a 16% conversion rate, the rate jumped to 68%. Their new ad generated so many new clients asking for their services, they had to partner with the 4 of their competitors to handle the increased volume. Think about that. Mm-hmm. And those 4 competitors bought this company out 9 months later for $2.3 million. How about them apples?
Yes. I would like to be bought out for $2.3 million.
Who wouldn't, right? And all of this from simply changing the strategic message of their Yellow Page ad, and without spending an extra cent on the ad itself, because it's still all fit in the same page. It's all same page. But finding that professional help is often frustrating and times a crapshoot at best. That's why I wanted to teach you our conversion equation of interrupt, engage, educate, and offer. Right? The moving company trained their prospects on the relevant and important issues they needed to know when moving, so those prospects knew what to ask for when they sought out the services of a mover. Now you know the conversion equation, and you can use it when seeking out professional help you need to for your business. Because if those people aren't speaking the same language as you, you don't need to be talking to them. Right?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
We ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. A true marketing professional will know this equation. And if they don't, run away as fast as you can, but make sure you stretch first. Don't want to pull a hammy. And by the way, did you notice that the information I just discussed also covertly covered mistakes 2 and 3?
I did. As you were talking, I'm like, okay, this is exactly what we talked about with the mistakes.
Earlier, I said the second biggest mistake small business owners make involve the fact they don't know the fundamentals required to successfully market their business and attract as many new clients as their business can handle. Well, now you do know the fundamentals, and you can use them to outmarket and outsell your competition. First thing you got to do is create that market dominating position for your business, and then insert that position into your marketing by following the conversion equation to the letter. Okay, don't skip a step. It's only 4 things. What are the 4 things? Interrupt, engage, educate, and offer. And the third biggest mistake small business owners make is, they focus on the fact that they have no idea how to generate immediate cash flow. But when you follow the conversion equation in every form of marketing that you do, from your business cards to your company website, the financial results are instantaneous and immediate. So consider this following example, and we're going to go through this one quickly and be wrapping up after this example. This is a child psychologist case study here. All right. So it's an older one, but it was in a situation involving Dr. John Smith, a child psychologist who specialized in helping parents with out-of-control kids. You know those kids I'm talking about, don't you? You know, the ones that are yelling and screaming and throwing a tantrum and completely out of control. These kids These kids range in age from 6 years old up to teenagers, and Dr. Smith's original website, as you can see here displayed, had all the classic mistakes that are typical in a small business today. And, he had the name of his practice at the top of the website, right? The only thing even resembling what you might call a headline said parenting advice and resources from Dr. John Smith. Lottie freaking da. Does that headline really appeal to a parent who's dealing with a screaming, out of control kid? I don't think so. No. Would that headline hit their emotional hot button? Negative. And do they really care anything about advice and resources right now? No. They just want their kid to shut up and go to bed. Or are his prospects looking for a solution to their problem? Well, yeah, they are, but they're not finding it on the page. Remember, you must always start your marketing with an interrupt that is focused on the problem that your prospects are experiencing. Then you must have a subheadline that engages the prospect by promising them that there is a solution to that problem.
Very good example.
So remember, the first two conversion equation components, interrupt and engage. Well, that's the job of the headline and the subheadline. And this applies to every form of marketing, including websites, funnel hubs, and sales funnels, landing pages, right? Dr. Smith's website headline now reads parenting advice. Let me take that back. The website headline was parenting advice and resources from Dr. John Smith. It did not address the problem that these parents were frustrated about, and, the experiences that they were having with their child were, terrible, right? And to make matters worse, his website had no subheadline whatsoever. And there was no way for him to engage his prospects to keep them interested. In fact, it was doubtful that any prospect visiting a site will stay there for more than a few seconds. And, the latest research, at the time showed that the typical prospects visiting a website, is only there for just 3 to 5 seconds, right? And it's probably even less now because we have such terrible goldfish attention spans that if we don't see the thing that we want to see that solves the problem immediately, we're bouncing, right? Mm-hmm. So if during that brief period of time that you cannot hook that person in, if they don't find that something that is going to provide them with the solution to the problem, they are gone for good or not coming back. And if you don't have any follow-up ads set up properly, you'll never see them back again, right? So the third component of the conversion equation said to educate the prospect. And this simply means that you must educate them with what it is that makes your product or service so much better than your competition on a website that is done with either the body copy, or in this case, it was Dr. Smith's video. Just make it short and sweet when it's the point of first contact is the only advice that we have for you there. But you can offer them much more information once you have them compelled to know what, to know more about what you do, right? And so, the final component of the conversion equation is the offer. Again, it's a low risk or better yet, no risk offer that gets your prospect to take a specific action, such as request more information, take a test, drive to your location, register for a free 30-day trial, some other type of educational presentation or similar offer, like, sign up for the webinar, right? The key is to make the offer so compelling that it's literally irresistible to the prospect. In fact, you want them to be thinking to themselves that they would have to be an absolute fool not to take you up on the offer. And so Dr. Smith created a white paper, and it's titled "The Secret for Parents," a special report on how to learn the secrets of nurturing well-behaved children. Here's the problem. His prospects don't have well-behaved children. They have screaming, yelling, cursing, belligerent, back-talking, and completely out of control. Nurturing a well-behaved child is not the solution they're looking for. Getting their kid under control right now is what they are looking for. So can you see why Dr. Smith's website failed in every area?
Yes, that is the difference between a website and a sales funnel.
Yeah.
Sales funnel, a website just gives you information. A sales funnel sells.
Yeah. And so it wasn't helping him generate leads, attract new clients, or generate additional revenue for his practice. It simply didn't follow the conversion equation. So when, Dr. Smith changed the website, it did again, follow the proven step-by-step roadmap. So as you can see here on the new site, he placed the headline at the top that said, "Are you sick and tired of the yelling, screaming, belligerent attitude of your child?" This headline definitely hits the major hot buttons, right? And the very moment the prospects read that headline, they were going to immediately think to themselves that they have come to the right place to get the solution to the problem. In other words, did this headline just interrupt Dr. Smith's prospects? Yeah, it did. And he's going to move on to engage them with the subheadline right there in the middle. It says, learn the secrets to gaining and maintaining complete control of your child in less than 60 seconds. Fast, immediate, to the point. And that's what the prospects wants and will do almost anything to get, right? And so there you go. First name, email address, sign up now. And he still had the video there to the left. He probably changed, his video sales letter up, and he, had the new image there. And so can you see now how everything is synergistically working together? The message, right? The problem.
Yes.
Solution, call to action. That's it.
Awesome.
So I should have been rolling through that whole thing as I was explaining that. Terrible, right? But in any case, the revised site exploded Dr. Smith's business to unprecedented levels. And best of all, the conversion equation can work for your business as well, producing results immediately. So again, to quickly recap, these are the three things that businesses failed to do, right? They failed to get professional help. They don't know the fundamentals required to successfully market the business and attract many new clients to them, more than they can handle, right? And they have no idea how to use the marketing to generate immediate cash flow. So let's expose those in depth a little bit more. Again, the conversion equation contains the fundamental components you need to ensure your business is successful from this point forward. The conversion equation will make your phone ring and position your business as a dominant force in your market, and it provides the marketing foundation that will enable you to generate immediate cash flow, and you can use this information as a minimum standard when seeking out professional help for your business. And when you can overcome these three biggest lead generation mistakes, you will generate all the leads your business can handle and turn your dreams of owning your business into a reality. Want proof? Answer this one question. If I could provide your business with a lead generation system that would create such an outrageous, lopsided advantage in your favor that your most affluent customers would beat a path to your door to buy what you sell without even asking how much it would cost, would you be interested in a 5-minute phone call with me? So here's what I'm prepared to do for you. I'm going to provide you with professional help backed by a proven track record. I'm going to teach you the basic fundamentals that will allow you to market your business successfully and help you attract as many new clients to your business as you want. I'm going to help you develop compelling marketing that will generate immediate cash flow for your business. And best of all, I'm going to help you do all of this for free. 100%. No dinero. I just need 5 minutes and I will prove to you that everything we've said and I've said in this report is 1000% true. And I promise you won't be disappointed. So if that is something that you want right now, go to bkxxenterprises.agency/more leads. You will get this presentation and all the notes to it so you can read through it yourself and know and understand and have everything you need. and the case study examples to use as you need to do. So bkxxenterprises.agency/more leads, and that is it.
All right.
How'd I do? It was it was a thing.
Wait. You did it. You didn't think you could do it there.
I mean, I tried to do it in 30 minutes, but it took an hour. But that's what I figured it would take there. But yeah.
Not quite. I think we didn't start until maybe about 15 minutes. So that was kind of a mini webinar there. All right.
There you go. There you go.
Awesome. That was some good information. We had a couple of case studies showing how it how those four things work together. That was awesome. And they want to get more information, hop on that 5-minute call. Make sure you check the comments for the link on there too. Before we sign off, because we're running late in time and the length. Who you got this weekend?
Texas or Ohio State? OSU for sure. Ohio State, OH.
All right. Okay. So I am not a super big Texas fan, but I lived in Texas.
You do live in Texas. You're gonna be rooting for Texas, aren't you? That's okay.
I gotta root for Texas, Brandon.
That's okay. I won't hold it against you. We'll still be friends.
Yeah. So it's gonna be bragging rights, and who is going to be able to talk more smack?
Absolutely. We'll find out next week. So we're gonna give you guys a little bit of a hint. We're gonna do something kind of crazy we haven't done yet before. We just kind of talked about this thing backstage. We might do an extended bonus session this week or this weekend coming up. So
not this weekend. No, as we get closer.
We'll see.
As we get closer, because we still have a few weeks and we can ramp up to it, because we've got it's getting to that crazy point where it's almost time for the biggest marketing event of the year. There's a lot of just hype and momentum surrounding it, so we want to grab some of that attention and bring you along with us for this ride. If you are not going to Funnel Hacking Live, please, I beg of you to grab a ticket. Do what you have to do. Call the babysitter, call the husband, call the wife.
Bring the babysitter, if you have to, right? Just get to Vegas. All right. It's going to be a party to end all parties. And it's going to be an amazing event. Great networking opportunities. You can tell the IRS it's business related. You don't have to pay taxes on it. Everything, food, travel, ticket itself, all that kind of good stuff. So it is, you can write it off if you know what a write-off is. I don't know what a write-off is. I just tell the IRS that I didn't make any money.
Just whatever you have to do. Get there. You know why? Because this is the event that can change your life.
100%. This will be my fourth one. So I'm kind of graduating from that level, but hopefully, potentially after this year, I'll be moving up the ladder there and getting into even smaller circles within the community. So that is the definite goal for 2025. And if you want to be in the same circles and network with potential business partners, potential people to help you run your business, do the ads, implement the market dominating positions and the conversion equation, you need to go to this event, because all of this here that was presented, it does follow the teachings of Russell. It's the perfect webinar, right? Kind of. And Dan Kennedy, direct response marketing. That's all that was on the back end, direct response marketing.
Yeah. And if you don't listen to me, listen to Elisa.
Yep. Listen to her. Let's go. We're going.
Yes, yes, it is. It is something that you want to experience. As if you are an entrepreneur, if you are aspiring to be an entrepreneur, or if you just want to be around a group of a community of like-minded individuals that are all moving towards one common goal, then this is the event that you want to attend. I don't think there's another event out there and anywhere that compares to this event. Make sure to follow my social, because as we get closer to this date, I'm going to start just bringing up some memories of my first funnel hacking live. When that first funnel hacking live, I documented my entire journey from what I packed before going there. Which book did I take? Did I take .com secrets, expert secrets, or traffic secrets? And which one is my favorite?
You took expert because I remember the backpack picture you walking out the airport or something, and it was like strapped to the back of it.
That's it.
See, I know my friends. I know my friends.
Yes, yes. And if you and that's another thing, you're gonna get so much value out of it. Not to mention, you have to literally bring a suitcase and an empty suitcase.
Yes, you do get a lot of swag, and you know what's crazy?
You won't have a chance to drive home this time.
I know I can't take anything extra, which is kind of upsetting. Because last time, I mean, I still got a whole box of linchpin notebooks to give away. I'll add that to the offer as well. Buy a ticket for me, I'll mail you a linchpin notebook, and I got still a whole box of 10x's easier than 2x. So you buy a ticket, you're gonna get dinner, one night with me, the free strategy session. You're gonna get a linchpin notebook while supplies last, and a copy of 10x is easier than 2x while supplies last.
Dan Hardy and Sullivan.
Dr. Sullivan and Dan Hardy. Yep. Ben
Yeah.
Sullivan. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So yeah. So make sure to follow us. Make sure to tune in next week, because we've even got more. We've got another. We've got another fellow funnel hacker guest coming on next week.
It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, that's going to be a great one. So definitely stay tuned. We love you. Thanks for tuning in, and we love your feedback. If you have any questions about what you saw in today's presentation, which was awesome, you can go to the website, find it down below, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
All right. Take care.